How's it going, everybody? Welcome to OP Entertainment. I'm Omar Darwish.
And I'm Pratik Cherian.
And this is our review of Bad Boys 4, Ride or Die. Definitely should have been Bad Boys for Life.
Which
but
they know. They made a video saying that. But
this was directed by Adil El Arbi and Bilal Falah.
Good job not looking at your notes.
Lock my phone like I wasn't looking at that. So anyway, we're going to go spoiler free on this. I really enjoyed the last Bad Boys. It's actually the first Bad Boys movie I saw was the last one. So I jumped in right in the third movie. Perfect time.
I like the last one as well. I think I drafted it in our anticipated movies draft.
Yeah, and I think it's the same directors, right?
I did not check that.
Either way, boy, this doesn't feel like the same movie. How'd you feel about this critique?
It was not great. It was not good at all. I liked the third act, I guess. For it, I like the third act. They had some of the like drone shots that they utilized, especially like in the action, I thought were interesting and brought a sense of scale and some. They kind of buffered a little bit, but other than that, like I liked having those.
The third act was really cool because like once they get to the grounds of the third act, you know it's the third act, and you know, oh good, it's almost over.
Maybe that was it. No, I don't know. You know what? It feels like it just feels like neither one of the two leads really has their fastball anymore. And it felt like part of the reason why I like the third act is because it's not asking them to do much other than like run and shoot. And so it's just like, okay, like I can squint and pretend like this is still like what I want. You know what?
You're absolutely right. I was going to say it felt like they didn't want to be there, but that's not it. It just feels like they don't really have it anymore. And I love Martin Lawrence. I love Will Smith.
Yeah.
They're I mean, obviously like they're the best parts of the movie, I guess, but
are they?
What else would be like some of the shots in particular? I have a lot of gripes with this movie. Like I'm trying to focus on what I enjoyed. Martin Lawrence was funny, but also just like
was he
compared to how he was in the last one? I felt like they dumbed him down extremely. Is it just me or like I feel like they dumbed down the character that he's playing?
Obviously, he's always been like the comic relief character. That's his role. But in this one, it just felt like. It felt like he was in a different movie altogether. There were so many times where like there would be this scene that like should bring some tension or some stakes, and then it's just like, all right, and the Martin Lawrence 5-minute monologue, go. And it's just like,
do you think that if it was funny, it would work? Because I feel like a lot of like the jokes did not land for me. I didn't think they were targeted at kids. I just felt like they were dumb. Like I don't know, like the writing in this movie is really what sinks it for me because like there's some salvageable stuff in there.
You know, it's not even because I think if you look at like the overall plot, like there's the bones of a good action movie here. I think it's really just the dialogue.
I mean, there's the bones of a good story, but you've seen it a million times. Like the heroes that we followed before, now they're out on the run and they're fugitives.
Yeah, but what? Sometimes like that's comfort food, right? Like sometimes that's what you want to see.
That was to me like the structure of like the story. I mean, it felt solid, I guess, the whole way. Like we know we're at point A, point B, point C, but like. Not even saying like that it was just like something we've seen a million times. It was just boring. It was just so boring. And like my biggest gripe with this movie is the fact that like they're really trying to make this Fast and the Furious now. They saw the window of okay, the Fast and Furious movies aren't successful anymore. Let's get in there and make this completely dumb. Bro, there are scenes Will Smith's character thinks he's Dom Toretto, which Dom Toretto already thinks he's Hercules anyway. So like there's literally, I mean, is it a spoiler to say there's a scene where Will Smith single-handedly holds a person in a cage from holding like falling out of a high place? Is that a spoiler? Because that's insane. It happens. You know
what? That's Simple Machines. That's a pulley. It's a rope and pulley system. That's what it's designed to do. This is
somebody who defends the Fast and the Furious
franchise. With that said. You comparing this to a Fast and Furious movie is an insult to the Fast and Furious movies because this one was worse. This was way worse.
What I'm saying is they, at least in the last movie, there wasn't a bunch of stuff in there where it was like super unbelievable. It was for the most part grounded in some form of reality. These are two cops in the real world. In this, they're just like superheroes and like doing crazy stuff.
It's not even that bad. Like that part, to me, that part is the least of this movie's problems.
It really reminded me, I don't know, it reminded me of Fast and the Furious. I felt like, and maybe it was like the Miami vibe, and Bad Boys has always been like that, I'm pretty sure, right? But this felt much more like just in a different universe compared to like the last one for me. And again, maybe because I was laughing my ass off the whole time the last movie, and this one I just
the joke's
struggling. I was struggling
not,
to find anything good about it. Yeah,
it wasn't funny. It didn't hit. I don't know.
A lot of the character choices just didn't make sense in a lot of situations, but like I can't even be bothered to remember exactly. But like a lot of the stuff with Will Smith and his son just didn't connect how I felt like it was supposed to. Because and like even where they leave that story felt, I don't know, not earned, and also like where are we going?
Yeah,
here? Like
they didn't know what to do. The villain was, the villain was
forgettable to say the least.
Well,
felt like a Fast and the Furious villain. Felt like an early Fast and the Furious villain. Like,
not with so there's maybe I'm not gonna say it, but like let's just say the villains we're going up against.
Sure.
Like there's one that does and there's one that doesn't. There's one where like it doesn't take much of a stretch to like be like, oh yeah, that's a bad guy. Well, I got this.
Much of a stretch?
Yeah, no, it doesn't take much of a stretch at all.
No, it's very easy to tell. Yeah, it's very easy to tell.
Like first scene, and you're just like, oh nope, I got it. Doesn't take a genius to figure this one out.
No, I couldn't recommend this to anybody. Even like I have friends that like the Bad Boys franchise. You have friends that like the Bad Boys franchise. Would you even recommend this to them? I don't think so.
Nope. Just go rewatch the ones you like.
I hear this is getting like pretty good reviews though.
Is it?
I thought so. It's aiming for like a $50 million opening weekend. Which
good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. That's how I feel about this.
Bring the movies back. We need it. This is not a great year.
Man, it's a bummer too because like nothing was really coming out. I was looking for at least we had a Bad Boys movie to go see, like something fun. We could just kind of go like nice popcorn blockbuster fun.
Yeah, we're not expecting high art here.
I wasn't expecting anything. I just wasn't. I don't know. It just wasn't fun. It just wasn't fun enough for me. I'm sure that like if you went in with super low expectations and like I think like this is something you throw on in the background when it gets to Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think the thing that was telling is when in our theater, did it ever feel like the entire theater laughed at the same part?
No, there'd be like one person in each corner laughing at a joke every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, which is like it was few and far between the laughter. And,
it was not.
Yeah, fairly packed theater, I guess, but not enough.
Yeah. All right, you want to score it?
Bad Boys for Life. I'm gonna give it a 4. Give it a 4.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 3. It's like I said, a 3, and that's mostly because of the third act, and
it's a shame though. It's disappointing seeing
there were points
these
where like Will Smith felt like the old Will Smith. Like if I squint.
Yeah, I guess if I squint and turn it off and imagine like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in my head, then yeah, I could see the old Will Smith there. It was sad. It was sad to see Martin Lawrence like this
came up and slapped you in the face with how good it was. But like there were times where you're like, oh yeah, it's still there.
I did like the slapping stuff in this movie, but I feel like I need a slap after watching this. Pratik, give it your score.
I did. It's 3.
Oh, you did. Good. 3, 4. Please don't see this movie. See you guys next week.